Hello friends! Today we're going to be doing an empties video. As you may be able to tell, there is a mixed bag going on in here. A little bit of fragrance, some hair items, some skincare items, and then makeup. We've got a lot to go through. I am on a time crunch. It is currently Christmas Eve and we've got places to go. So less talking, more sorting, and then sharing with you what we've got here. First, we're going to talk about some project pan items because I have a feeling I'm just not going to have time to do a year-end project pan wrap-up, and nothing else is going to get finished that isn't already captured here. So these are the items that are, in some cases, mostly done. In others, they are completely done. The Clarins Natural Lip Perfector is completely finished. I went out and repurchased this product in a slightly deeper shade. This one's 01, I bought 07. I love these, very, very happy with this. Obviously, I repurchased. This one from Benefit, the 24-hour brow setter. I did not enjoy this. It's a clear brow gel, but it leaves, it dries flaky in my brows. I can feel my brows pulling apart. They're very crunchy. I would not repurchase this, and I'm very glad to be done it. This here from Essence, this is the Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. This is a great drugstore option. There's really nothing fancy about it. Very classic bristle wand, but it gets the job done. It doesn't make my brows look the longest or the fullest, but it does lift them. It does help to separate them, and I really do like the way my lashes look. Did I say brows? Did I say brows? I don't know. I meant lashes, obviously. I like the way my lashes look with this. I would consider repurchasing this, but I have 4 unopened mascaras in my drawer and I don't need to buy it right now, but I certainly would consider it again in the future. Got a setting spray from Gerard Cosmetics. This one was the Mint Chocolate Chip scent. I do have another one in my drawer. I am on their PR, and the way they do PR is they give you a credit towards any purchase that you make. And I do continually replace these setting sprays, so my plan is to do that again. I like the setting spray for what it is. It really does help hold my makeup in place all day, and it's not sticky, it's not glittery. There's really no complaints that I have about the applicator itself. It doesn't come out in a big jet stream, nor is it so fine that you can't even feel it. So big fan of this product. Then these two are mostly done. So this is from Benefit. This is the Professional Light Primer, and it's not my favorite type of primer. I don't know how to describe it. It kind of comes out like a bit of a putty, if you will. If it'll focus on this, it comes out like that. But it does blend out nicely, and it doesn't have that silicone slip to it that most primers that look like that do. Having said that, I do prefer more of a moisturizer type formula to my primers. So although I have not disliked this, and I guess I could say I've liked it, I don't love it, and I'm not feeling inclined to repurchase it. Now this is housed in an e.l.f. container, but this is the RCMA No Color Powder Foundation. As you can see, there is very little of it left. I do find that it is quite mattifying. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but all that to say, I'm not in a hurry to replace or repurchase this powder. As well, I have a ton of powders in my drawer, so I don't need to. I will ride this out till the end of the year, and then what I'll probably do is just pour whatever's left over in this container into the next package that I open, and then it'll mix, and that's fine, and then I can at least clear this rather chunky packaging out of my collection. But at any rate, those are the items that I have finished / mostly finished in my project pan. So let's move on to hair now. All right, these are the hair items that I have finished. I'm frankly surprised there's not more of these, and perhaps I've just recycled them. That's entirely possible. I don't always think to keep my hair care products, but at any rate, we have some to talk about. So we've got the Curl Shampoo and Curl Conditioner from Verb. I actually managed to find the jumbo size of the shampoo at Winners or Marshalls, one of those two. So I did pick that up, and then my daughter and I will share that one. I quite like it. Now, just for context, I have very curly, somewhat frizzy hair. I don't style it a lot. Like, I just wash it, let it air dry, and then 2 days later I throw it up in a fun bun for a couple of days, and then I repeat the whole process again. So I don't do a lot of fancy crap with my hair. It's not super dry, it's not oily, it's just really curly and somewhat unmanageable. But these fit the bill. They keep my hair feeling nice and soft and nice and hydrated, so happy about that. As well, my hairstylist has recommended this brand as well. So while I will use some drugstore items as shampoo and conditioner, I happen to have these, and when I found the jumbo size, I bought that. Couldn't find the conditioner in the jumbo size, so I got something different, but I do like both of these. I have another item here from Verb. This is the Moringa and Jojoba treatment oil. This was actually in my swim bag, so if you don't know, I do a fair amount of swimming. I haven't been lately, but I'm going to be getting back into it in January, gearing up for the summer race season where I do a lot of open water swimming. So when I go to the pool, I have a bag that has its own like shampoo, conditioner, and treatment stuff in it, and this was one of the ones that I had in my swim bag. Unfortunately, I'm an idiot, and I put it back into my swim bag one day when it wasn't completely closed, and it kind of leaked all over the place, but thankfully my bag has like a little waterproof zippered area where this was housed, so the damage was fairly minimal and fairly contained, but I did go out and repurchase it because I really do like what this does for my hair. Adds a lot of shine, makes it very soft, keeps it a little bit more manageable, and a little goes a long way with this. So happy to have replaced it. This one here from Olaplex, this is the number 3. It says on it that it will repair and strengthen all hair types. I know people go like nuts about Olaplex, and I really didn't notice anything dramatic with it. Like, I didn't really notice a massive difference, so I'm not in a hurry to replace this. Again, if you have a different hair type, perhaps you would see the benefits of this a lot more readily than I did, but for my purposes, I don't feel like I need this in my collection of hair stuff. This is one that I have repurchased a million times over. This is a curl defining spray gel from Tresemme. I can't find it anywhere anymore. I can find a whole host of Tresemme items. I cannot find the spray gel, and it makes me a little nervous that they've gotten rid of it. I love the convenience of it. I love what it does for my hair. It really does hold my curl in place without being crunchy or without looking super wet all day. It's just a really, really nice product. I have gone through so many bottles of this, like at least 6 or 7 at this point. I do still have a few more upstairs. I tend to like use them until they're about here, and then I dump them into another bottle that's halfway, so they're all at various stages, but I'm quite sad that I can't find this anymore because I really do like it. This was a nice little surprise for me. I don't always keep these like sample packs, but this is from Pattern. This is the Detangling Nectar to help separate and soften curls. First of all, the way that this smells is incredible. It smells floral, but it smells like literal flowers. Like, it doesn't smell artificial. It's not super chemically. It just, oh, it smells like you've walked into like a florist. It's beautiful. And then as well, the product itself is really nice on my hair. I don't find that I need a lot of detangling. Despite having really curly hair, it doesn't really get knotted or tangled up, but I use it like a leave-in conditioner, and I love it. It just makes me happy every time I apply it because I love the smell of it so much. And again, it makes my hair nice and soft, keeps it well hydrated and shiny, and that's what I'm hoping for. So I did repurchase the full size of this, and I would continue to buy it. In fact, everything that I have tried from Pattern, I have enjoyed, so it might be something that I do more experimenting with and try more and more products from their line. If you've used Pattern, and especially if you do have curly hair, what are some of your favorite items from the line? I'd love to hear from you on that. But that rounds out the hair items. I do have one fragrance that I finished up. This is from Versace. This is Dylan Turquoise. Oh my God, I love this fragrance so much. In fact, I like it so much that I went and purchased the full size of it. And oh my gosh, I love it. I would love to be able to tell you what it smells like, but I'm terrible at that. I don't even know how to describe it. It is so well balanced. Like there's a little bit of citrus in there. There's a little bit of floral. There's like a tiny bit of, I hesitate to say musk because whenever I say musk, you know, it just invokes like a really woodsy scent, but it's very, very subtle. It's just really well balanced so that when you smell this fragrance, it doesn't scream floral. It doesn't scream citrus. Like there's nothing super overpowering in it. It's just really well balanced. And this is a fragrance that I can use all year round. It doesn't evoke certain feelings. Like there's certain fragrances that I have that are very much winter scents. I just wouldn't wear them in the summer. And then I have some for summer that I just wouldn't wear in winter. They just seem more appropriate for those particular seasons for whatever reason. But this is like a year-round universal scent. I freaking love it so much. Now for skincare, I don't use a lot of skincare. Like I don't use a multitude of products on my face. So I keep it pretty simple. I do have face washes that are getting close to empty, but they're not quite there yet, so they don't make the cut for this video. Let's talk over here. This is from Pharmacy. This is the Very Cherry Clean Makeup Removing Balm. Oh my goodness. I wish this scent was part of their like permanent line. Oh, I love it so much. It says cherry, but it smells very much like almond paste, and that is quite possibly my favorite scent ever. This, not only does the product itself work, like it really does help to just cut through any makeup, makes it super easy to remove even like the most intricate eye looks, liquid liner, all of that kind of stuff. Like it just cuts right through it without leaving any sort of weird like oily film on your skin or anything like that. So the product itself is great. The scent takes it to the next level. I would stock up on these if I could find this scent again. The other scent that they have, like the normal scent, it's sort of, I want to say like kiwi adjacent. That's sort of what it brings to mind. And I don't mind it, but it's not this one. Versed reached out to me at some point, I can't remember when, and they offered to send me a few of the items in their lineup, and this was one of them. This is the Dew Point Moisturizing Gel Cream. Obviously, I have finished it, and I went out and repurchased it with my own money because I really like this. For context, I have normal, slightly dry skin. In winter, it's going to get as dry as it's going to get all year. I don't need super duty, like heavy duty moisturizing. I don't have like acne prone skin. I don't need anything particularly fancy with my moisturizer. And this is just your everyday run-of-the-mill daily moisturizer. It has green tea extract and aloe leaf juice in it, but it suits my purposes. It says on the back here, a light jelly-like moisturizer that keeps the bounce in your skin, suitable for all skin types. If you have really dry skin, this probably isn't going to be enough for you. And unfortunately, because I have never dealt with oily skin, I really don't know what the needs of oily skin people are for moisturizer. If you have oily skin, I'd love to learn. Let me know down below like what it is that you're looking for day-to-day skincare needs, just to satisfy my own curiosity. But if you're just looking for like an everyday, daily workhorse moisturizer, no bells and whistles, this is going to deliver for you. And the price point was about $20 Canadian, so not going to break the bank either. Then I have a deluxe size sample here from Jack Black. This is the Night Mode Lip Treatment. And I really liked this. I have a like bucket full of lip balms at this point, so I really don't need to buy any more. But this is one that I would consider, especially for nighttime wear, because I found that it really moisturized my lips and it stayed on all night, so that there was still a hint of it in the morning when I woke up. And that is the sign of a very good nighttime lip balm for me. And then there is this lip product here. This one is from Laneige. This is the Lip Treatment Balm, and it has like a little applicator housed right in the lid, which I found very convenient. And it is, as you can see, all done. This is not as great at nighttime. This is a good daytime lip balm, but for nighttime, I want something with a little bit more substance and definitely more staying power than you have in this one. But for like day to day and being able to touch it up as you go, it gets the job done. but it's probably not the most convenient for like carrying around in your pocket or purse. For those kind of things, I do prefer a stick lip balm. So I went through a lot of mascara this year. I stopped buying it. I don't think I bought a single mascara all year, except maybe this one, just out of curiosity's sake. But I had a ton in my drawer. I still have some that haven't been opened. I've just opened another Bite Beauty one within the last couple of weeks. I'm good for mascara. Now, I will say, I don't remember all of the ins and outs of all of these, so I can't give like thorough explanations or thorough reviews of my experience with them because, for example, this one from Wander Beauty, the Upgraded Lashes Mascara, I don't remember how I felt about it. I got this at the very beginning of 2023, and if I told you how it looked on my lashes or anything like that, it would be a lie because I don't remember. I don't remember hating it. If I finished it, I didn't hate it, but I don't remember anything about it. So take from that what you will, because some of these I do remember because I loved them. This one is from Quo. This is the Pump Up the Volume Mascara, obviously a blue mascara. Now I can't say that I finished it up completely, but it dried out on me thoroughly. I could probably add like saline drops or whatever into there to sort of revitalize. Like, I don't care that much to do it, so I'm just gonna let it go and call it empty. Then we've got these two samples over here. This one from Ilia, I do remember not loving this one. I'll never be able to read. It's like white lettering on beige. I'll never be able to read that. So I did not enjoy this one. I don't think it did anything. It's not that it like clumped up or looked gross on my lashes. It didn't do much more than just not wearing mascara at all from what I recall. So I didn't enjoy that one. I did really like this one here from Valentino. Just a nice bristle applicator. I really liked the effect of this on my lashes. It really did lift them, added volume, made them look very full without clumping. But it's like $40, and I don't think that I need to spend that to get the same effect on my lashes. I would be more inclined to purchase, say, this one here from Lancome. This is the Monsieur Big mascara, and oh, you can see all the dried bits flaking off. It's, again, a nice bristle. I don't really care if it's a bristle wand or like the rubberized ones. I don't really care. I do prefer this if given the choice, but depending on how the rubberized wand is done, it can be just as effective and just as good. I just find they have more of a likelihood of like stuff clumping up on them for whatever reason. But this one, Monsieur Big from Lancome, it's a fantastic mascara. Likewise, there is the Lash Idole from Lancome. I prefer the Monsieur Big, but this one's not a bad one. See, okay, so this is a rubberized one, and you see how it's all like gunked up? That's the problem that I find with the rubberized ones. I'm not sure why it happens like that, but then it just eventually gets to the point where like the bristles aren't separate. Like you're just running basically a spoon through your lashes because there's so much product gunked up on it. That's the concern that I have with rubber bristles. Bite Beauty. I love this mascara so much. If you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you know how much I love this. I keep putting this into favorites even though the company has gone the way of the dodo and they're no longer making mascara. I just keep including it because it is my favorite. I love this mascara. I just opened another one and I do have one more backup and then it's gone. And then another one bites the dust. Ba-dum-tsh. And then this one I did buy out of curiosity. The telescopic lift. If we all recall, there was a lash mascara moment thanks to a potentially less than honest creator, shall we say, and I wanted to see for myself. What's all the fuss? So I guess even when you lie, it's still effective at influencing people. There's the take-home message. I didn't want to like it because I wanted to be like, see, she is a liar. She is, 100%. It doesn't do what the TikTok claimed that this would do. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google Lash Gate or Mascara Gate. I think either one of those will work. Or somebody will fill you in the comments below. I don't feel like giving her any more attention than what she creates for herself. That's my thoughts on that. But the mascara itself is good. It is not life-changing. It is not going to add lashes where you don't have them. It's not going to double the length of them. But it's going to look great with what you've got. It's going to enhance your actual lashes. So I would repurchase this one. There it is. But like, have realistic expectations. If things look too good to be true, they usually are. Then we've got some eyeliners to talk about here. This one is from Florasis. This one is the Real Extreme from Benefit. We've got a pencil liner here from Fenty, Tom Ford, and Clinique over here. So these are all liquid. This one is pencil. These ones from Fenty are great when you first get them, and then they dry the hell out. They become very crumbly. They become very hard to actually apply. So although there is still product in there, I'm counting it as empty. I guess, frankly, I'm just decluttering this, but we're gonna throw it in to share in the middle of this video anyways, because why the hell not? Likewise, this one here from Benefit, the Extreme Precision Liner, this dried out like extremely fast on me. I wanna say within a month and a half, it was all dried out, and that is like unacceptably fast, especially given the price point on these. I would not repurchase this, and I certainly don't recommend it. The one from Florasis, it did have a longer lifespan than the one from Benefit, but not by much. It is a nice liner, so it is unfortunate that it dries out so quickly, but it does, and I don't have time for that, so wouldn't repurchase this either. This one from Tom Ford, however, lasted forever, like 2 years, I want to say. The only problem with it, well, okay, so there's 3 potential problems. One, it's wildly expensive, and my camera cannot, for the life of it, focus on it. There we go. It is insanely expensive for a liquid liner. I justified it at the time because it's double-ended, and therefore it's like getting 2, except I only preferred one end of it. There's one that has a longer, more pliable tip on it, and then the other one is just a little bit shorter and a little bit stiffer. I don't really like that as much. But I will say, where this one wins out, oh, and I said there was another thing that I didn't really like about it, just how long it is. It just makes it a bit awkward, especially if you're getting in close to the mirror. It just makes it awkward. But the good thing about it is that it lasts for goddamned ever. I think I've had this like 2.5 years before it dried out. So it's an investment, but at least the return is there. However, if you are looking for an everyday liner that's going to hold up, that's going to last, not dry out, easy to use, go for Clinique. This is it used to be Pretty Easy. I can't remember what they call them now. I do have another one. The High Impact Easy Liquid Liner. I have one in brown and I have one in black, and I use the brown one pretty much every single day. I do wear the black one as well. I just don't often wear black liner, depending on my makeup look. Normally, if I'm going for like a more neutral kind of eye look, I wear the brown just because it's a little softer. It's got like a real brush tip applicator. These last for months before they start drying out. They don't pill, they don't split. It's just a workhorse of a product. I have repurchased this before. I have a backup of the brown. I will continue to repurchase these. This is where I would put my money. We got a few more setting sprays. I've already given my thoughts on the Gerard Cosmetics one, so I'll set that aside. I've got this one here from Physicians Formula. This is the Rosé All Stay Illuminating Setting Spray. It can be a little high risk. You really do have to shake the hell out of it. They do put like the little ball bearing in there to help break it up, but because it is a luminizing setting spray, it does have a little bit of shimmer in there. If you don't like shake it up, you can get like a face full of glitter, and that's not the look I'm going for. But if you want to be a Cullen for the day, that's what you can do. But it is a nice setting spray, a nice drugstore option. You just got to make sure you shake the actual crap out of it. And then I've got this little sample here from Makeup Forever, the Mist and Fix. And honestly, I can't tell you my thoughts on it because it didn't make a lasting impression, which I guess is a review in and of itself. Then we've got some brow products over here. We've got one from Il Maquillage. We've got the Essence Make Me Brow, the Kosas Air Brow, and then the Merit one, which is the Volumizing Pomade. This is my winner, the one from Essence. There's really no muss, no fuss. It comes in around the $5 point, and it does what I need it to do. I would like it to have a little bit more hold. The applicator is a little bit on the big side for being a brow product, but it's nice and narrow, it's workable. I haven't had any major mishaps with this. My absolute favorite one at the moment though is the NYX Brow Glue. That would beat all of these. But of these four, Essence wins. I did not like the one from Kosas. This is the Air Brow, which I have in dark brown. And I found, first of all, dark brown, we've got different ideas of what dark means. This was a little bit too light for my brows. It didn't have even as much hold as the Essence. I didn't like it. The wand itself is a little bit too big and a little bit too thick. I just did not like this. I powered through and finished it, but I would definitely not repurchase that. And then with these two, honestly, I just don't remember what my experience was. So that tells me it wasn't great and it wasn't terrible. This is the one from Il Maquillage. I do like the wand on that one because it is a lot more precise. And then we've got this one from Merit, and the wand is too big for my liking for brow products. I've got a couple little one-offs here. One is an eye primer, one is an under eye setting powder. This one from Lorac, I would not repurchase this. I do think I have another one, unfortunately. I should probably just declutter it because I really don't like it, but they came when I bought Lorac palettes from Shoppers Drug Mart. They were just like gift with purchase. It's the behind the scenes eye primer. It looks like a lip balm. You can see how messy and gross it got, and then it gets like hardened all around the edge. So I just don't like that application mechanism. The primer itself is fine. I prefer something that's a bit tinted just to help cover up the discoloration that I have on my lids. This is clear. It just doesn't check the boxes that I personally want checked for an eye primer. And then the under eye setting powder is from Laura Mercier. This is the Secret Brightening Powder for Under Eyes. It has a number 1 on it. I assume it comes in different shades. It's got like the nice little stopper on here. There is like a tiny little bit of powder back in there, but I could not for the life of me get this out of here, and it just wasn't worth it to me for like the 1 day of application that's under there. It does help to brighten up under my eyes. It does lock my concealer in place without drying out or without leaving any sort of strong white cast under my eyes. I would consider repurchasing it, but I think I have about 7 or 8 powders right now on the go. I don't need another one at this moment. Lip products, we've got 3. No, you haven't watched it yet because I'm still editing it. My lip product declutter, I was going on about how I couldn't find this lip gloss. That's because I finished it, you dumbass. I just forgot that I had finished it. So this is from Pat McGrath. This is the lip gloss in the shade Flesh Fantasy. I freaking love everything about this. I love the formula. I love the color. I even like the smell of it. It's just a very, very comfortable lip gloss to wear. A perfect everyday neutral nude shade. I have this on my loves list to repurchase. I'm just waiting to see if I get any gift cards for Christmas. Then we've got this one here from Tower 28. This is the Lip Jelly in XOXO. I used it. I'm not in a hurry to repurchase it. It's fine, but it's sort of like a lip oil, lip gloss hybrid. And I would rather, like, my products just do one or the other. Like, either be a lip gloss or be a lip oil. Don't be this weird sort of in between. And I just didn't love it. It was fine enough to finish up, but I didn't love it. Then we've got a lipstick here from Gucci, and this is in the shade My Cousin Rachel. And I have used it all the way up, but it was just like a slightly peachy nude kind of color. It was sheer. I don't know if I can maybe get like a tiny little bit out there. Very sheer, very comfortable on the lips. Not in a hurry to repurchase it because I have a ton of nude lipsticks. I don't need a replacement for this, but I did like the formula of it and I would consider buying more, but I'm not in any hurry to do so. We've got a few primers here. We've got the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, the Good Molecules Silicone-Free Priming Moisturizer, and then the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. The Milk Hydro Grip, there's a bit of a learning curve to it because if you just apply it and then try to put your foundation immediately on, you're going to be annoyed because it is very grippy. You have to let it dry down a little bit or else it's too sticky and just grabs things and then you can't blend your base products out. So for that reason, I wouldn't repurchase this because I don't have time to sit around and wait for makeup to decide it's ready to do what it was intended to do. In the mornings, I need to like throw it on my face, have it prime immediately, and then just move on. I don't have time to sit around and wait. These two, I don't have that same sort of level of fussiness as the Milk, but the Tatcha does have its own learning curve to it. I found that if I just pumped it onto the back of my hand and then tried to, smear it around my face with my hands, it would pill up. This is one where you kind of have to press it into the skin rather than try to blend it across the skin. If you do that, you're just going to gather all the product with you. So while it is ready, once you get it applied, you don't have to let it dry down. It still has a level of fussiness that, especially for this price point, like I just was kind of mystified about all the hype about this because I didn't find it to be anything amazing and I will not repurchase it. This one, however, if I could find it on the Beautylish website, I would repurchase. Just every time I've looked for it, I haven't seen it. This again is the silicone-free priming moisturizer. So the name kind of says it all. It is a primer and a moisturizer, and it was just super easy to use. You can see I had it in a project pan at one point. It's like just a little pump. The product moves up so that you're getting everything that's in there. And the price point on this was really good. I want to say it was under $20. And this one was given to me. Good Molecules sends me items every now and then. Honest to God, I have no idea if I have a code with them. I might, and I just have no idea what it is. I'm a terrible influencer. There it is. But I really do like this product. Then we'll talk the base products that I finished up. It is rare for me to really fully finish a concealer because I have so many and I tend to rotate through them that it did take a bit of concerted effort to just say this is the one I'm going to use. And I used this pretty much exclusively throughout the summer. Same with this product here. This one I used just because I wanted to get it done and out of my collection. This one I used because I fell in love with the product. We will come back to that. Let's talk about the concealers first. So this one is the Tarte Creaseless Concealer, and over here we've got the Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer Pen. So this one is more of a solid concealer, if you will, and then it's got the little clicky bottom. This, again, had a bit of a learning curve for me, but what I found is that if I had a little bit of extra moisturizer underneath my eyes, this just kind of glided across and then blended out really nicely. Otherwise, it could be a little bit dry to just kind of try to swipe across the under eyes. So it needed a little bit of help, but when they say high coverage, they're not lying. This has amazing coverage and it does hold up really well all throughout the day. It's just a matter of learning how to apply it. This one as well from Tarte offers incredible coverage. I remember being super impressed with this when I was going through all of my concealers and retrying them all. The problem that I found with this is that it is a very dry formula. That's why I started focusing on this one because it felt like it was going to dry out very quickly. So I'd be a little concerned about buying the full size, especially for me where I rotate through. If it was just the only one I had, or if I only had a very small collection of concealers, I wouldn't have that same concern. But I don't really want to buy the full size of it unless I plan on just using that, or at least mostly using that for a while, because I'd be afraid that it would just dry out sitting in the drawer. And then this is the product that I fell in love with. This is from Maybelline, the Instant Age Rewind 4-in-1 Glow Perfector. This is in the shade Light. Not super wild on this delivery mechanism, but I made it work. I would apply it with that, and then I would blend it with a brush. This isn't really a foundation. You could potentially use it as a primer. I just use it as like more of like a skin enhancer. It adds a nice level of glow, not glittery, not greasy looking. It just makes my skin look very hydrated and very healthy. It doesn't offer much in the way of coverage, but it is a beautiful product. It is reminiscent to me of the Skin Perfector from Makeup by Mario. Obviously very different formulas. The Makeup by Mario is a balm in like a pan, and obviously this is not, but the effect on the skin is very similar. So if you're curious about the Makeup by Mario but want to have a lower price point, I would suggest checking out the Maybelline. They're not like exact dupes of one another. Obviously they have very different formulas, but overall impact on the skin and overall effect are quite similar. And that leaves us with highlighters. So over here we have from Pillow Talk. This is the from Pillow Talk. She should name herself Pillow Talk. Everything she has is fucking Pillow Talk. Charlotte Tilbury, the Beauty Light Wand, which is in Pillow Talk. Because again, what isn't? Anyways, this is just one of those little cream puffy applicator things. The highlighter itself was very pretty on the skin. It blends out nicely, not glittery. You can wear it over your foundation, under your foundation, whatever you want to do with it, and it is beautiful. But I think there are so many very similar items to this on the market that I wouldn't pay the price to replace this one. I would go for something else. And then for whatever reason, I thought this was a highlighter. It's not. It is from Jouer. This is the Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder in Radiant Translucent. So I used this as a finishing powder, and it did add just a hint of shimmer to my skin. Nothing overpowering, nothing glittery, just enough to really illuminate my skin, and it was beautiful. And they don't have this at Sephora anymore, except again, I do have so many powders, including finishing powders, that I have no need for it right now, but I really, really liked this product. So there we have it. Those are the empties that I have amassed over the last however long, and now I get to recycle these and get them out of my makeup room, empty out the bin, and start filling it up again for 2024. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye!